What is autism? It is a learning disorder that may affect how people learn to communicate and develop socially and mentally. Some are affected by all of these issues while others only suffer a few. In my studies, I have found that autism is not something new dating back to the 60s like most of us figure. Autism is not something we all of a sudden have an increased number in. In 1943, we had our first formal written document on autism. Though there is no notable cases, there are known notable cases similar but much older without true diagnosis. 1 to 2% of all adults globally are autistic. The exact number is unknown. That's about 1 in every 55 children suffering or living with autism. We all need to know why autism is so important to acknowledge and to diagnose. It is no longer a foreign subject, but something very prominent in the world we all know. We learn more about it all the time. As a parent of a child on the spectrum, I was originally told that he would be very low functioning and that he would be in assisted living all of his life. However, through therapies and learning and pushing and helping him, encouraging him, he is now in neurotypical class with neurotypical children and actually tutoring these neurotypical children. He's also in gifted math and gifted reading. One thing we have come to learn is the sooner we have a diagnosis, the sooner the treatment can begin, and the better the rate of success. Children who can start therapy sooner can gain and understand the skills they are missing out on. Some of the therapies, for example, are OT, or occupational therapy, a type of therapy that teaches us to use fine motor skills. Speech therapy teaches us to use speech, but also how to use the muscles of our mouth appropriately. And ABA, applied behavioral analyst, is therapy that teaches us how to use our emotions appropriately. Why should we push for an early diagnosis? Just like any illness, the sooner it is diagnosed and named, the sooner we can treat. The younger the subject, the more the brain is willing to learn and expand. Early intervention helps prepare the child for a life ahead, though late diagnosis is better than none at all. Some signs of diagnosis of undiagnosed autism in adults are social challenges, repetitive behaviors, sensory sensitivities, masking, and emotional regulations. Now let's break these down a little bit further. Social challenges is difficulty understanding social cues, creating and maintaining personal relations. Repetitive behaviors are movements or routines that may have been, overlooked in the youth or through or thought to be OCD. Sensory sensitivities such as lights, sounds, textures, etc., anything that messes with the senses. Emotional regulation difficulty is finding it hard to handle emotions and can quickly become very anxious or depressed. And lastly, masking. Masking is forcing oneself to act normal to make others feel more comfortable with the situation and the way that the person carries or behaves. What causes autism isn't entirely clear at this point. There are studies that show that it is genetics. There are others that show that it could be from pollution. What we do know is the sooner we can work on the subject's needs, the better the outcome for their future, for there is no cure. And many would argue that they don't need a cure. Autism is simply part of who they are, not what they are. Once you meet someone with autism, you've met just one person with autism. Each person is an individual. They're all different, no matter how similar they may seem. At the very least today, I hope that you take away from this that I have ADHD severely, and that autism isn't anything new. It's something that's been around for years. We're just starting to notice the numbers, and we're just starting to treat and diagnose the way we should have been. And for a better future, we must all push for earlier intervention. Thank you for your time.